fact, we are. I'd like to call the meeting to order with a roll call.
Heffron. Here. Moore.
Here.
Oden. Here. Simmons.
Here.
Thomas.
Here.
Whistler. Here. White. Here.
We would like to welcome visitors, and this is time of our public forum if anyone would like to speak before the board. We're going to have to get live.
A lot of visitors today.
We're down to item number 3, approve the agenda.
Motion to approve.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We have an approved agenda. Approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. No old business. New business, student representative.
I apologize, I do not believe our student representative is able to make it tonight.
Okay, moving on. Accept the fiscal year 2025 audit.
We have Paul with us.
Hi, Paul.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I guess I don't know who's actually talked through one of these audits before. We'll see if I can share my screen to you. Looks like it's going to show up. I can't actually tell if it's showing up on your screen over there or not.
Yeah, it's showing up.
It is.
Okay. As far as the audit report goes, the audit letter giving the opinion starts on page 4. This is the opinion that you want. It says we agree with the financials as they are presented. Usually I just talk through the different sections of the audit report here. If you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt me at any time. The management's discussion and analysis provides more words to describe what has happened in the audit and how it is set up. It also provides comparisons to the prior year. This one is, keep in mind that this is all of the funds combined together when it's shown in this section. No major changes occurring here that are unexpected. As far as capital assets here, no major changes occurring there either. You did have construction projects going on, which are significant expenses to the district. As far as long-term debt here, bonds were paid down during the years, which would be expected, and you did not have to issue any new major bonds. You did have one lease agreement you entered into during the year. When you get into the actual financial statements here, exhibits A and B are similar to how you would see a business show its financials. Exhibit C would be more familiar with how you're usually getting the reports in terms of it breaks it out by fund, general fund, capital projects, debt service. Capital projects here is both the statewide sales tax money as well as PEPL. They get shown combined, is how the GASB board wants them shown, but you do report them separately since they are funded by different revenue streams. Exhibit E is the income statement that would be associated with the various funds. Exhibits G, H, and I are your business type activities. For you, that would be the school nutrition and the preschool program, as well as the internal service fund, which is accounting for some of your benefits. It does actually show a cash flow for this, which is done just showing actual activity for cash during the year. The scholarship fund gets shown separately since it is not available to pay the general bills of the district. As far as the notes to the financial statements, this is more just describing what is contained within it. It provides information in terms of repayment schedules for debt. It provides a lot more detail on terms of like the pension liability. If anyone would like to discuss any of the notes in detail, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, you have to show a comparison of your budget for what you budgeted versus what actually occurred. You did exceed the budget in the instruction and other expenditures functional areas. The next couple of pages provide 10-year comparison schedules on the Iowa Public Employment Retirement System liability for the district, as well as the OPEB liability. The important thing to remember is that you are a very small part of IPERS, is in 0.1%. The supplementary information provides more detail on some of the smaller funds, as well as a combining schedule for the sales tax money and the PEPL money. You also get a detailed breakdown of the student activity fund, showing what the various sub-accounts within it have been doing. As well as for you, you actually get a breakdown of the various scholarships that you have set up. You have quite a few of them. This schedule here is just a 10-year comparison of the governmental funds. It is not a perfect, since the state will constantly have you reclassify what you are showing various expenses as. So there will be some fluctuation there. So it's not a true year-to-year comparison, but it is very helpful. This schedule is required by the actual federal government. Since you spend over $750,000 of federal funds, it has some extra reporting requirements that are done behind the scenes. As far as comments here, segregation of duties looks like it continues to be an issue. You do have limited central office staff, but you are working on correcting those. The next one is in your nutrition fund, you had several accounts that were actually deficit. This would be various students owing money to the district for meals served. That is something that should just be reviewed and kept an eye on. The certified budget I touched on earlier, where you exceeded those, that does get reported in here. Same as we also noted instances of mileage not being reimbursed at the rate established by board policy. Business transactions, we noted several transactions with various board members. These do not appear to represent a conflict of interest, but they are disclosed on the basis of it's better to disclose them than not. The only other comment that we saw during the year is the student activity fund. We noted instances of prizes, which do not appear to be extracurricular or co-curricular in nature. The guidance from the state in the Code of Iowa and the Iowa Administrative Code is that those are not allowable. Are there any questions for me at this time?
Question on the scholarship funding. So is that I guess, because we don't really have any control over that, other than we house the money.
Correct.
Is that an issue?
No.
Okay.
It just gets shown separately from your actual financials then, because you don't control it. it's not available for you to pay the normal bills of the school. So it just gets shown separately.
If something were, say, to happen in that fund that we don't have control over, how does that affect us?
I think,
It shouldn't have any effect on you.
Yeah.
This isn't the foundation.
These are separate ones.
These are separate ones.
Okay. But don't they,
They've got theirs, and then we've got these ones.
We house the money for these particular scholarships.
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
portion of them.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Paul, I knew he was thinking about our Centerville Foundation.
Yeah.
We don't
It
have,
can get a little bit complicated when you start getting too many of those going in the same community.
Yeah.
To remember what you're talking, which one is which.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
I guess and then maybe, I don't know if this is an audit question or not, but the funds for that scholarship, in the scholarship fund, like, why are we controlling those?
at one point, the school would have taken in the money from those groups of people to establish that scholarship, which Paul, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think that's something that the school can't do necessarily. But I think what we are intending to do right now, if somebody calls us asking us up a scholarship, we're directing them to work with the foundation. Cause that's the business of the foundation, that's what the foundation does, so we're
But
trying to.
if someone gets one of those scholarships that we control the money out of, how do we pay directly?
We do write a check to the college
Okay, all right,
and the student. It's two different,
okay,
both their names,
okay.
for the ones that we have the money for.
But really, all the new ones that we're trying to get them to go with the foundation, because that really works kind of better for both organizations when we can have it.
Any other questions or comments? I think that does it. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you for working with us and have a good rest of your meeting.
Good day.
Item C, approved final FY 20, excuse me.
First.
Oh, we have to accept it, excuse me, that's correct. I guess we need a motion for that.
We'll accept the 2025 audit.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the fiscal year 2025 audit. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. And now we're ready for item C, approve the final FY 26 teacher salary supplement payments.
Interesting news is that this is the last of these that we will have, because we've actually, with the way negotiations work, kind of brought those TSS funds into the overall pot. So this is just what remains of what's in TSS divvied out among our teachers.
Should approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the final FY 26 teacher salary supplement payments. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. We're done. Approve the substitute pay increase.
Couple reasons for this. One, going to a slightly longer day, not that it's a lot longer day. I'm just trying to match a couple of the schools in the area to see if we can snatch the last couple subs that are out there to be in our group.
So what are we moving to?
160 is what I'm recommending here today.
And what was it?
140. Hoping to be competitive.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the substitute pay increase.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the substitute pay increase. Any further discussion? Say, who will abstain? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Notice that Mr. Moore abstained. Item E, approved contract for assignment of rights to collect damages.
Did you guys need an explanation for that?
This is
Just
fun.
understand?
I just don't know, like, do I need to abstain from this one?
No, you don't,
I don't.
because it's passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you just summarize that real quick?
Yeah, so I'm not.
So I was
can't remember-
teaching here, actually.
Okay, I
when
was
this
gonna say, I
happened.
can't remember.
So
the
there
year.
was a student who actually lit a fire in the teacher's lounge at CHS. The last year I had taught in the district before leaving. And this is just the final paperwork and the final payments to be transferred around for the remediation, cleanup, and repairs from that,
Yeah.
working with the MC.
So EMC, so they're able to collect damages from the student or parents or whoever it is. And at this point, the check is being written from Appalachia County Sheriff to Appalachia County Treasurer, I believe, and then they are signing it over to us, then we're bringing it to the board for approval, and then we're writing the check. So this is just to take us out as an,
Yeah.
make the direct payment.
So that it's not money in that we're then writing a check out, which looks weird on an audit report. So this gives us a chance to make it pass through a little cleaner.
So that was like 13 years ago or something.
Yeah, it's been a
like that.
minute.
When I was in high school when I had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your kids probably were.
School.
School summer.
Oh, where's Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like those insurance companies never give up on money, do they?
Wow, that's a long time.
Okay,
Motion approved.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to approve the contract for assignment of rights to collect damages. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. It's good. Approve the GASB number 75 OPEB service agreement with HUB.
We just wanted to see how many acronyms we could get today.
So this is the Governmental Accounting Standards Board's or 75 valuation report that we are required to have. Actuarial has to do this, so we have to pay somebody to do this and make a journal entry on our audit report. It's for post-employment benefits other than pensions. So it's health insurance, dental, vision, any liabilities that we might have for people that have retired that are gonna be on our insurance. So this is the agreement for the people to gather this information for us in the report.
Motion approved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the service agreement with HUB. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are down to item G, approve personnel business procedures.
I'd like to pull Kyler Reed's coaching contract, make it separate, please.
I have a question. So I see on a couple of them with the directors, what's the monthly cafeteria meal allowance?
That's your insurance.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Are we
okay,
meeting
funny
them?
story that, really funny story that. I won't
Okay.
name names, but we may have had a couple people at SAI a couple of years ago who said, so do we really get free lunch?
That's what I'm like.
And we're like, what are you talking about? There's a
Okay.
cafeteria plan. Oh, that's your insurance, man.
Got it.
Oh, darn it.
I personally made that mistake and asked that same question. I don't know why they call it
So
cafeteria.
plenty of people have thought that.
Okay, good deal. I'll make a motion to approve the personnel business minus Kyler Reed's.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the personnel business procedures except Mr. Reed. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And now, do we need to take?
Make a motion to accept Kyler Reed's contract.
And I'll second.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second on Mr. Reed's contract. Any further discussion?
Mrs. Seconds, but yeah.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Gets us down to page 2. Financial reports.
Okay, and Our credit card statement is available to us online on June 6th, so today was the day that we were gonna pull that, and the website was down, and we called, and they were not able to provide that to us. So I'm hoping that you guys will approve for the financial reports along with us, as soon as that is available, to write the check for the credit card, so that we don't have late fees and finance charges, and then we will bring that back as a prepaid to the board at the next meeting. And I would reflect that in my minutes if you guys approve that.
Motion to approve. That way.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the financial reports. Any further discussion?
Who was the second? Who was the second? Sorry.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. We are down to the favorite part, the superintendent report.
I'll be really quick. I got 3 things for you. One, we have an insurance claim that we're working on our Howard gym floor. The 8th grade dance had some coolers that leaked water onto the wood floor there and caused some damage. So we have made an insurance claim on that. That's being processed, and then I'm hoping that it'll be processed enough that we can bring it back to the July meeting to get final approval and get everything. We'll get started with the insurance, but we can get it all done, hopefully they're buttoned up. You saw obviously from resignations that we have an opening at AD. I've received so far 11 submissions for that position, which is more than we received, if I remember right, for the assistant principal. I have to double check, it was either 10 or 12 there, but quite a bit of interest pretty quick for that. So I'll be reviewing those as the week goes along, kind of checking out what we might be able to bring in and have join our team. And I am super excited about Amber Reed joining our team as curriculum director. She led our district leadership team meeting with Julie last week, and it was a fantastic experience. She's going to be able to hit the ground running really well for us. A lot of knowledge about the district already. So, and she brought her goats for the central office team to get to pet the like day after we told her that she was the gal. So that was kind of fun.
Could you bring them to a board meeting?
I think that'd be great.
Okay.
They're really kind of fun. I didn't expect that. So yeah.
Like goat yoga?
That could be a board wellness thing that we can
Figure
maybe.
that one out.
Yeah, those little like hooves, I don't know
The
that.
hooves are kind of concerning.
They poop a lot.
Do that.
We had those for a short while.
Yeah, that's not good then.
I can't imagine.
Okay, we're probably not bringing them in here then.
No.
I have a question about the gym floor. So the
Yes.
dances are now being held in the new gym?
So the dance was held in the new gym, and it's a parent-led activity, which that's kind of been a thing that since coming back, I keep hearing people bouncing around like, should the district have a bigger role in that to help with those things? And I will tell you, I think that's kind of a sensitive topic for people. But I will say from a, like, trying to protect our investments as a community here and being the person with a fiduciary responsibility to do that, I'm inclined to say that we may have to have a little bit deeper involvement and a little bit more restrictive, like we're gonna make sure some things happen, because this damage, had it not been covered, could have cost us thousands of dollars.
It used to be you couldn't even, remember when you couldn't take drinks in the gym? back-
Yeah,
So I don't know,
Yeah.
what, is the old gym still?
I don't know
would
why
be-
that wasn't used, because honestly, it would work, and I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm not
Yeah.
trying to badmouth.
No, I'm just wanting to know.
I just, yeah, that's, so I think there's a lot of things that play with that item that we're gonna have to review what's going on. One thing that I have in mind for our July meeting, because, you know, you guys haven't had enough board policy to get to work on in a while. I really think we need to take a look at some of our rates in board policy for rental of spaces and talk about that some. So I've done a little preliminary work with Aaron, talked about that, but we want to bring in some adjustments to that policy so that we can start to have conversations about how some of that stuff all impacts our space.
Any more questions? Okay, we're down to comments. Anyone would like to make a comment? Yes.
I like to go first because back in the old days when we all had to do it, then mine was always taken, so.
We can have them all now.
She's a little gamesmanship here.
Yeah. So I was in Tangleberries today and I got the opportunity to talk to two of our new elementary hires. And that was the most delightful experience. We are very lucky to have them and it was fun to talk to them.
A lot of good energy there.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yep. Anyway. Shout out to Kylie and Riley. Kyla and
Kyla.
Riley.
No, I kind of like that. We put them together.
Kylie, Riley, no, Kyla and Riley. So, glad to have them.
Anybody else?
Motion to approve.
If you don't make
Second.
Just now.
I've seen that before.
I guess I have a question, and maybe it should have come during the superintendent's report, but where are we on the math teachers?
So we're still working through that. We have a couple leads that we're kind of digging on, and the trick with that is we've got one gentleman who we're working with who, there's some just challenges with a pension that we have to see if that might work out for us. And then we've got an kind of internal lead that we might be able to work something out with, and then a couple external people who have mentioned interest in connection to my posting for the AD, said either assistant principal and AD or maybe teaching an AD. So some of those folks have some interest and some experience as math teachers. So when we do this interview extravaganza that we're going to do on a variety of people, whenever I do that with the principals, either late this week or early next week for all of that, hopefully we can get somebody locked in.
There you go. Okay.
So, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, lucky rabbits, so whatever you have, please use it in the next 2 weeks for me.
Oh, I have a question, and it came during the audit part, but I didn't really feel like it was a question for him. He mentioned something about we don't have enough staff. What's that?
Separation of duties is a weird one that honestly a lot of districts get separation of duties. And for us to, gosh, I think we went through that at one point. Wouldn't we need like 2 or 3 more people to not have
Yeah,
any chance of
it's
getting
like,
in?
so they want like a specific person to write receipts, a specific person to open the mail
Oh,
for the
gosh.
check, so like when
Okay.
you get cash or a check or any type of funds, they want
Oh.
so many people.
It's really
in that
hard in a
process.
small office to be able to
Okay.
do that. A lot of places get dinged on that because of that, they handle funds at all.
Okay.
So I think it's pretty common, especially in a small
And
office.
we do segregate as much as we can.
I
Right.
think even in
But it
the
makes
bigger
sense to
district where I
have
worked
like,
before, we
you
got
know,
hit on
one
that
person
one.
to do
Yeah.
multiple things.
I
But I
think
I
I
just
would
wondered,
know.
what's that?
Governmental.
Yeah.
Usually gets it. and it's
Yeah.
more time.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
fun. And I know it's always like, oh, our citation duties.
Okay.
The other question I had was the negative balances in the school fund.
Mhm.
Remind me, we cannot take any legal action?
So what some districts are doing, and I will tell you, I don't know if you follow like news reports on these kind of things out there. There are a lot of districts that are moving to collection agencies on those. I will tell you generally, you take a real hit with your community when you're sending lunch debt to a collection agency. However, the state is more and more pushing for that. We had to fill out an even more angry report for the state where they said, why haven't you asked for collections? Why haven't you done this? So we continue to give reminders. There are some people who have these large debts that we just can't get to apply for free or reduced lunch. Like we take it to them, we offer to sit with them, but they refuse to do it. Our policy as a district has been, and I really think it's still the right thing to do, that we don't not serve the main meal to a student who has a negative account. However, we do turn off a la carte because that's not something that's needed at that point. Unfortunately, and Lisa, I think you've kind of heard the same, right? That this is a problem that a lot of districts are up against right now, and even the state people. When we called the one gal and we're like, well, what is it you expect us to do with this? Like, can't get blood from a turnip in some cases, so like I can send it to collections, but collections will only pay me 70%, and I still have 30% sitting on the books. And they said, well, there really isn't a solution to it right now, you just have to show that you're making an effort to solve it. So donations, things like that are useful, but it's an ever-growing problem.
Yeah.
It's not a good answer, but
Well,
it's kind of the only answer available right now.
yeah, I thought the collection agency
Yeah.
was a very remote possibility.
Yeah, and we've looked at it, we've had conversations with one, I struggle with it, and I think everybody here knows that I've got a pretty unfortunately large heart, so that's a tough one for me to go to. At some point, that probably is something the state's gonna push on schools to do. I
Yeah,
think.
I mean, that's what I have read, is
Yeah.
that we won't have a choice at
Yeah.
some point, it doesn't sound like.
Once they don't accept what we say to the angrier and angrier reports each year, that's probably what happens.
Okay, sounds good.
How about if we turn the debt over to the state and let them go after it?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's count me in,
Okay.
I like it.
Any other questions or comments? I'm looking for the last motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Where are you?
We have
Oh, we've
a
already
motion
done.
and a
All right.
second.
Oh.
We have a motion to adjourn and a second, I believe. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.